All right. I think we're rolling. Just gonna make sure. Hey, can you guys hear and see me and all that fun stuff? Let me know. I'm gonna pop open the chat here. Hey, give me one sec. Let me see here. I am using so much new gear right now. I am shocked that so far everything is working. Nice. All right. Adam says we're good to go. Sweet. Okay, I'm going to change something up here. So I am using, well, first, hi everybody. I am using a new camera, a new way to put the camera into the computer so that it can look like nice quality even for live streams. And new audio stuff, a new light, yeah, just everything. And so if it all does work, super impressed, very surprised if it actually does. Give me 1 second. And I've got my laptop here. I'm like controlling everything from here, but then it's a new iMac that's actually running the stream, and I've got a little wireless mouse that I'm controlling from all the way over here. Let's see. Just want to change a setting for this little guy. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to see from here. Filters. I'm going to change the LUT. If you don't know what a LUT is, don't worry about it. If you do know what a LUT is, I'm adding more saturation and contrast because it wasn't enough. All right, sweet. I'll stop messing around with that stuff. So, how's everybody doing? I'm going to look into the chat here. All right. Oh yeah, lots of people coming in. Hey, no front brakes. New BG, new background? Yeah, that's like, that's a wooden background. It's like a bunch of different slats that I nailed onto the wall. How's the audio? Let me know how the audio is. I've got a mic like right there. And there's like tons of construction going on. There we go. Okay, yeah, that looks better. Sweet. All right, so yeah, where's everybody coming in from? Let's see. Oh, from Scotland? How's it going, Scotland? Christopher. Thanks, guys. Yeah, 100,000 subscribers. That's it's quite a YouTuber milestone for sure. Another person from Scotland, Blizzard Gaming. Audio's good. Sweet. That's awesome. Looks like there's quite the lag going on here right now. Thanks, Outdoor Gold. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, you know what's been really, really cool that I've been noticing in the last, well, I guess like year? There's so many awesome channels, so many awesome mountain bike channels starting up in the last year. And everybody is so friendly and willing to share, like the whole community. It's been such an awesome thing to be a part of and to watch. Dale from Calgary, 2.5 hours that way from me. From Italy, nice. England, Utah, Finland, sweet. England, all right. Australia, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Costa Rica. Man, everybody's coming in. That's awesome. That is really cool to see. Thanks, David. Appreciate it, man. Want to get into mountain biking but don't know how. If you want to get into mountain biking, the absolute hands down best way is to just walk into a bike shop and say you want to start mountain biking. And it's not necessarily like that you want to like buy a bike, but pretty much most guys at the bike shop, if you say, hey man, I've never mountain biked before, but I think it looks cool, show me how to get into it, they're going to be pumped to like tell you about different clubs that you can get into, or just like a really like a really chill group ride that you can be a part of. There's probably Facebook groups, like mountain bike Facebook groups for whatever city or town you live in. Like I know there is for us here in Edmonton. It's just like Edmonton mountain biking group. And you can, yeah, get hooked up with like other beginner riders and just go and ride the trails. Like no pressure or anything like that. It's the best way to do it. Thanks, Daily Empty B Rider. Josh, thanks for popping in, man. Oh, and Eric's here, yeah. How do you do gap jumps? It's the same as normal jumps. You just have to do it. There's no difference between a gap jump and a tabletop jump other than you have to make it. All right. Cool. So, I think everyone's pretty much rolling in. This is a big live stream. I just wanted to I thought about doing an edited video, but I really feel like this whole thing with YouTube and subscribers and all of that, people are always like going crazy on the numbers. It's like, wow, 1,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers. And it always has felt kind of weird to me because like you guys aren't numbers, like you're actually people. And a really good example of that, and that I really love to see on this channel, was the other day I got a notification from YouTube saying that over the next 2 days, you might see your subscriber count drop. It was actually the day I hit 100,000 subscribers. They said you might see your subscriber count drop because YouTube is going to comb every single account and take out any bots or any spam or any paid for subscribers. And my channel lost 25 subscribers out of 100,000 some. Like, that's so awesome. It was just really cool to see, and a really good reminder that every single one of those like numbers is like a rider and a mountain biker or somebody who wants to get into mountain biking or get more into like GoPro videography and making it look good, that kind of thing. So I figured I would much rather hang out with you guys for like an afternoon, and I've got a new bike to build, which I'm going to be building, and I'm super excited about that. And it's just in a box right over there, so we're going to do that too. But yeah, I wanted to do a live stream and hang out. Oh, I got a super chat. Oh, 2 super chats. Mikey, cheers, man. That's awesome. I see your avatar thing. It says Whistler. Are you from Whistler at all? That's cool. Cheers, man. I want to hand up gloves. Thank you guys. I was wearing their gloves yesterday for a bit while I was fat biking, and I kind of wear their gloves all the time, whether I'm mountain biking or whether I'm like driving in my car, because they have like these winter ones, and because it's freaking winter here, it's Alberta, and I'm always wearing their gloves like all the time. All right. Rob Ride says, awesome quality stream. That is really, really good to hear. Getting a good quality live stream is no small task. And I'm so happy that the computer's running good too. I invested in, and it is like a real like major investment for me in like a proper good computer. So it's an iMac Pro, like the 27-inch gray kind of model or whatever. And because before that, for the last like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 years, I've been using pretty underpowered laptops to do everything. All my 4K videos, all that kind of stuff, it's all been laptop. And then now, like producing more videos and more content for Loam Ranger, and then now content for Pole as well. I knew I needed something that was like fast. So this computer has been insane. Like, it's just been crazy. It saves me like literally hours upon hours every single week. So it was like the best purchase I think I've ever made as far as like video creation goes. And I'm running 3 HD cameras right now. 2 of them are running 4K, and the CPU is at like 5%. Awesome. Pretty pumped about that. Let's hope it keeps going, because I have no idea if it will. Check out some more comments. What GoPro do you use? I use pretty much like Hero 4 Black Edition. It's pretty standard kind of GoPro. It sounds the best out of any GoPro out there. In my opinion, it still looks the best out of any GoPro out there, including the Hero 7, which I actually used a fair amount while I was in Madeira. And I don't like the auto exposure. I feel like it's like when we're riding and you have the lower half of the screen, like 3/4 of the screen is like the earth and then the rest is the sky. The Hero 4 seems to do a really great job at prioritizing for the dirt and the trees and all that and exposing for that really well. Whereas I found with the Hero 7 in the same settings, not on spot meter or anything like that, in the same settings, it takes too much of the sky into account, and so it makes everything really dark. It exposes for the sky, which has been super annoying. And so even after using the 7 a fair amount, I still 100% choose the Hero 4 Black. Absolutely. Ah, Josh. Thanks, man. I wish I could give you $100 for 100K, but 10 will do. Man, 10 is that more than will do. Yeah, and click that like button, please do. Yeah, we got 150 some watching. Hit that like button. That just like helps YouTube know that the stream doesn't totally suck, and maybe it'll like spread it out to more people. Australia for the win at 26 degrees Celsius. Oh my gosh. No front brakes. No, I wasn't. When I was in Madeira, the firmware update hadn't come out yet, so I haven't even loaded that up. Yeah. All right. So I went for my first fat bike ride yesterday in like 2 years, which was quite the experience. I got a pole tag fat bike, and if you follow me on Instagram, then you would see how that looks. It's like pretty beautiful fat bike as far as fat bikes are concerned. And I went out for a ride, and the thing about Edmonton is that it's really icy all the time. There's so many like freeze-thaw cycles, and the tires that the bike came with didn't have studs, and I was really worried about that because you really need like carbide studs for the tires around here. But it was really good. I ran 3 PSI in the front and in the back, and it was great. Like there's some drag obviously, but it like hooked up to pretty much everything, and it was a ton of fun actually. But I was totally destroyed. A loop that usually takes me about an hour and 45 minutes took 2 hours and 45 minutes, 2.5 hours. Everything just takes a little bit longer, and it's way more effort. So by the time I did finish that loop, I was 100% like destroyed. I felt like I was 80 years old. Like my knees were killing me and my lungs were on fire, and like fat biking, man, it's a friggin' workout. New Zealand. Scotland's 0 Celsius. I think today is pretty much around 0 as well here, which is what, like 32 degrees Fahrenheit? Dylan, I haven't been to New Zealand. I'd like to. Yeah, I really want to get out there sometime. To the NZ. Come to Australia. Yeah, it's those places. They're such a far way to travel. And like, I don't know, I'm sure I've said this before, but I just don't like traveling that much. Sorry, I like being places. I don't like traveling places. Some people love the whole airport thing and like being on a plane. I am not one of those people. And so, yeah, that's the one thing about Australia and New Zealand. It's just like, that is a freaking long flight, and I've done a couple of those before already. One was to Peru, and that was like 20 some hours. And then we just got back from Madeira, and that was 24 hours of travel on the way there. And then it was about 48 hours on the way back because we had to stay a night because of like fog and stuff in Lisbon. Hey, Eric, thanks, man. Congrats on 100K. It's insane to think that you've tripled in size since you were here. Belated congrats on the pole partnership, too. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Well, I don't have any beer right now, but I do have some coffee. Cheers. Yeah, Eric's been doing some awesome stuff on his channel. If you haven't checked out No Front Brakes, make sure you do that. He's always putting out good content, and he puts a ton of work into it, which is really cool to see. Ever been to South Africa? No. So the furthest away from Canada and the States I've ever been has been Madeira, which is pretty far. But before that, it was Peru. And so I haven't done a ton of travel. I've never been to like mainland Europe before, or any of those places, or Asia or anything like that. So I got a lot of traveling to do yet, but one big trip at a time. So here's the thing, is that I've realized in my life that I just really love where I live, and I really love BC. So going to BC, if I could only go to BC for the rest of my life, I would honestly be like, no problem. Sounds great. Eric, tell us more about your microphone. Does it sound good? It must sound good if you're asking about it. This is it's actually pretty cheap mic. It's, well, cheapish. It's an AKG C1000S, and it's actually used usually as like an overhead mic for like drum recording. I had like a nice proper like large diaphragm microphone for like voice, and this is not one of those. A small diaphragm mic. This is going to be loud, so just sorry about that. Yeah, it's oh, you can't even. Hold on a sec. This is going to continue to be loud and awful. There, one of these. It sounds pretty good, but it doesn't send out a very much of a signal, and so I've got my little audio board over there, and it is like maxed out for juice. Right there. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. But yeah, it sounds pretty nice and crispy, especially when I'm really close up. But like when I'm recording voiceover, this is what it looks like when I record voiceover. I've got one of these. I've got foam all over this office, by the way, to try and make it sound okay. So I put foam all over the sides, and then I've got my mic here. This is gonna look weird, but I've got foam on the sides, and then I put foam behind my head, and then I'm like talking to the mic like this, so that it's all like, hello there. Ooh, that's like totally, hello. Hey everybody, this is Loam Ranger. Welcome to this week's video, blah, 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 blah. That kind of thing. And let's put that back, because that was getting kind of weird. Hey Mikey, thanks man. That's really kind. Cheers. Best YouTuber ever. I don't know about that, but I very much appreciate it. Another coffee cheers. I'm going to have to get onto the beer at some point here. I have a really good winter ale from Granville Island Brewing from BC. Of course, BC. And it's like the most wintry winter ale I think I've ever had in my entire life. Hello from Jasper, Alberta. Check out Valemont. Yeah, see, Valemont, I've been meaning to get to Valemont ever since they first opened that bike park. It has been on my list of places to go to constantly for like, 3 years or something like that, when like the name kind of really got out there. And I still haven't done it because most of the time I am going, so it's like, here's Edmonton. You can go this way to Jasper and then over to Valemount. But most of the time I go down and then over to BC. So I go through Calgary and then through Golden and Revelstoke and all those kinds of places. So it's really rare for me to actually go over that way. It needs to be like, I'm going to Valemount now. That's what I'm doing kind of a trip. Definitely. South Africa. Madeira is on the top of mine and the Mrs. Destination list for our next trip. Yeah, it's a pretty amazing place. That trip was so crazy for us. Like the whole thing, start to finish, was so intense. And I'm putting out the next video about it tomorrow. Actually, I was just editing it right now. And I mean, I'll kind of spill the beans, but like half the team got totally taken out by a really bad virus. And like people, it was like hand, foot, and mouth disease, like to the extreme. And so some people couldn't walk, some people couldn't talk. It was so crazy. And as soon as that started hitting and all the athletes started dropping like flies, it got really crazy. So Madeira was nuts. You guys will see more about it. There's some really cool riding, like ridge riding and stuff that's going to be on tomorrow's video. So make sure you check it out. But yeah, it was crazy. Now, the place itself, it was so beautiful. It didn't matter if it was cloudy or misty or sunny, day or night. It didn't matter. Every single time you looked anywhere, it was like the most beautiful place you'd ever seen. Ever. It was so gorgeous. I couldn't believe it at any time. It was wild. And the riding was crazy. And it was Beth and I had like 25 pounds of camera gear on my back with a tripod stuck onto it and all that. And we were riding trails that the pro riders suggested. So that was interesting, and they were awesome, but really sketchy. The one thing about Madeira that I noticed is that it was the slipperiest place on earth. Every single thing in Madeira was slippery. It didn't matter whether the dirt was really dry or whether it was wet or rocks. Every single thing you touched, you just about slide out. It was so crazy. So yeah, it was good for the skill building for sure. Alec, you subscribed and I had 100 subscribers. That's awesome, man. Been here for a while. I don't know whether to congratulate you or pity you that you've been here that long, been putting up with me that long. All right, let's see. I had a bit of a to-do list for this. I should keep on track. Let's see. Oh, big news. Okay. Ever since I started the channel, or when I started the channel, I had a graphic designer by the name of Keenan Kirk. Shout out to Keenan. I gotta look up his Instagram because you need to go and just see his feed. He's absolutely incredible. And he has designed logos for everything that I've ever done. And he's just so good. What is he? Kid? Yeah. So if you go onto Instagram and you look up Kid Pixel, KIDPIXEL, you'll see Keenan's work. And yeah, so he's so good. So right at the beginning of the channel, I knew that I needed a great logo, and so I contacted him and I gave him my idea. Basically, the only idea was I wanted the word loam to look loamy, like to have like kind of like almost like leafy and like dirt, that kind of a thing. And other than that, I just like let him do his thing, and he came out with that logo, and it was so good. And because of how good that logo that he designed was, I've always had people asking for merch. Because I mean, like, even if you don't follow the channel, I feel like that's a cool logo / couple of words anyways. So people have always been asking for that. And I have never done it. For my Patreon subscribers, they have been able to get shirts and stickers, but nobody else. Until today. And I'll show you. You can now officially get proper Lone Ranger merchandise, good quality shirts. You can get this mug, which people tend to ask me about every single time it's on camera. You can get a pillow. Who doesn't need the Lone Ranger pillow, right? And some other fun stuff, phone cases and that kind of thing. So I have a Teespring store. I put it in the description, and I'll put another link here. So I'm finally doing that. It's only taken like a year and a half. And the worst part was that when I actually went to go and set it up, it took like 20 minutes. It was really, really easy. Right there. That's the link. I just sent it off into the chat. Actually, you guys will see the chat before I'll say it because the timing's off anyways. But there's the link. You'll see it there. So yeah, if you guys wanted to order anything, especially for people in the States, I think you could still order and get stuff in time for Christmas. And then anytime you order anything, it helps support the channel and pay for this ridiculous gear everywhere to help make these videos. So yeah, I really appreciate that. And I hope you guys, spread the word about that, because I'm so in love with that logo, and I can say that because I didn't create it. And so I think it would be really sweet to see that around on people's shirts and stuff. Yes, single tracks and whiskey. That's right. No, sorry kids, no toys. Dad had to buy Lone Ranger pillows. Yeah, and link is in the description. Thanks, man, for that. Nice. Yeah. You can get Lone Ranger yoga pants. I know you're all going to be rushing out for that one. I had to choose like one product to just do for whatever reason. Yes, Trail Features. Trail Features, I am fully expecting you to order a pillow because he has quite the collection of pillows. From BKXC and what's the other one? Is it Single Track Sampler that you have Trail Features? Joe? Henry, any feedback on the Michelin tires? I feel like I don't have a really much feedback to give at this point because, I'm getting to the bike build. That's what's coming up next. Because when I rode it, again, it was in Madeira, and Madeira is the slipperiest place on the planet. And so they were good, but I was also like in survival mode, just like, for like half the time. But all the racers said that they were really, really awesome. And they have a tire, and I don't remember what they're called. I can't remember. But it's sort of like an Aggressor, like a Maxxis Aggressor, which is one of my all-time favorite rear tires. But it has even a little bit more aggressive side lugs on it, which is pretty cool, which would be pretty nice. And the front, nice and beefy. So they're supposed to be good. I don't know. I'd like to try out some more. Maybe for this summer. I know, no ugly Christmas sweaters. Sorry, not yet. That'll come. I'll have the elderly people in my family starting to knit, put them all to work. Mark White asks, "Hey, Mr. Ranger." Oh, very formal. What is your favorite bike shop in Edmonton? I would say So I use United Cycle, and they are great. Service is awesome. The guys that I work with there are amazing, and they have like so much in stock all the time, so that's really great. But I don't know. I like all the bike shops in it. There isn't one bike shop that I don't like. I've had like kind of bad experiences, little tiny bad experiences in the past, but those are, I mean, you know, things happen, right? So I think they're all my favorite. Okay. I think, why don't we get into the bike build? I'm going to have to change some stuff up because I want to put on a different lens on this camera. Hey, look at the autofocus on this too. It just tracks my face so well. Like, I love this camera. It's a Canon EOS R, and I'm so pumped about it because it's a full frame SLR, and it just works so good, like, all the time. And it looks so good. It focuses so well, right on your face, so quickly. And I've got like the crappiest possible lens on it right now. It's like a super old 50mm 1.4, but I'm gonna swap out to a different lens. So I'm gonna switch to a different camera while I do that, and then you can watch me fumble around with it. So I'm gonna move this, oops, over here. Oops. I'm really good at this. And then I put the mouse over here, not over there. Let's see. And boop. Oh, hi. So that's the previous webcam that I was using. That's the Logitech Brio. It's like their really high-end, I guess I gotta look over there now. It's like the really high-end like webcam that everybody raves about, but like it kind of sucks. And I'll show you the difference. A little bit of a difference there, I think, from that to that. So this is my 100% B camera now, like just when I absolutely have to use it. Okay, and there's my EOS R. Oh, come on now, don't be like that. And the computer, all that fun stuff. And I gotta put this lens on. It's a 16 to 35. Let's see, pop this off. Pop this one on. Lens cap off. Step one. All right. And just in case both of those cameras go down, I also have the FaceTime camera going too. All right, so let's see how this looks. Oh, I gotta adjust my ISO now. Oh, actually, I can show you something else. Okay. Let's see. Doop. Okay, so I changed lenses. I went from a 1.4 lens, now I'm on an f4 lens. So I can change the settings up here. Let's make this a little bit brighter by using my new light, which has a remote, which I'm pretty pumped about. So let's like just crank that and see what happens. Ta-da! There we go. Hey, that looks all right. And we can zoom in. Oh, look at that, like crooked that is. That's gonna drive me nuts. Something like that, it's a little better. Zoom in. All right, sweet. Let's just put it wide right now because I'm gonna start piecing together bike stuff. Make sure you let me know in the chats. Whoa! Mr. Tonka, what, thanks, what the heck? You just did a $100 super chat, man. That's ridiculous. Thank you, Mr. Tonka. I'm coming in close for this one. Thank you, sir. That is very awesome. He says, Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, Happy Boxing Day. That's a very Canadian thing. Happy Hanukkah, Canada Day, Father's Day, and New Year's. Seriously, though, solid work, bro. You've earned it. Thank you so much, man. That is another channel that everybody needs to check out as well, by the way. Ah, that's really cool. Cheers. That is awesome. I haven't even taken a sip yet. I'm all excited. There we go. All right. Let's see. I gotta straighten this out. I'm kind of like crazy about like not having crooked lines with stuff. How's that? That's a little better. Mr. Tonka, my goodness, that is very generous. Thank you so much. How's things looking now that we're on the wide angle? Is it too dark? Is it looking okay? You can see all the crap everywhere now. I'm gonna set up the bike stand. Okay, let's just put it right in the middle. Let's see. Like so. Oh, actually, I don't even know if we need this stand yet. I'm gonna put it back like this. So I already took the wheels out of the box. Turn the mic this way. Go like so. There we go. So I already took the wheels out of the box. Front wheel, just like that. And Pole, I asked them if they could send me the wheels already set up tubeless, and they did. And they put Huck Norris inserts in too. So like, front wheel ready to go. It's got a 200 mil SRAM rotor on it. It's a Mavic. These are the D-Max Elite wheels. And then rear tire. We've got the Mavic D-Max Elite, and it's got the super blingy Eagle cassette, ultra bling going on there. And then tires, it's like my all-time favorites, and I don't know if that will ever change, but DHF 2.5 in the front, and then a DHR 2 in the rear, or an Aggressor, it depends. I've been running a DHR 2 a lot lately because it's just been like super slippery the places I've been riding, whether it's BC, dust, or rain, or whatever. So DHR 2 if it's a little bit sketchier. I'm gonna move some stuff around. Laptop. Over there. Okay. How are we looking? Just gonna have a look at the comments here for a sec. Mikey just ordered merch. That's awesome. Cheers, man. A little bit brighter. Should be a little brighter. Yeah, it's a little bit contrasty, isn't it? Let's go up in ISO a little bit then. Juice it up. How's that? That's better, hey? Sweet. Okay. Now, let's get into the box. So one thing with like when you order from Pole and you're from North America, you'll get shipped 2 boxes instead of 1 big box. There's like certain shipping restrictions and stuff, and I think it winds up being cheaper if you get charged. You don't always get charged, but if you were to get charged customs at the border, you'll get charged less if it's sent in 2 boxes that are smaller and of lesser value, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's why they do that. So anyways, there was 1 box for the wheels, and then 1 box for this. Let's check it out. This must be the fork. Yeah, totally the fork. There we go. Ooh. Oh, sweet. So this is, yep. Let's check it out. Oh, I just put my hand into a bunch of grease. There we go. Oh, hey, here's a really good question for everybody. I don't know. Oh, that was so much grease. It's a really good question for everybody. What is this for? I'm going to come over there and show you. Like, it looks like it would be... Look how good that focuses. Oh, baby. It looks like it would be like to rest the fork on. Like the axle would go in and like to rest the fork? I don't know. But I think I tried doing that and it didn't work. So if you know what this is, please tell me, because it keeps coming with any fork I have. Kind of weird. Oh, Fat Guy Biking. Thanks for the super chat, man. Thanks to you and quite a few other people in the feed here. It inspired me to lose the weight and get back on the bike again. That is so awesome. That is really cool to hear, man. Cheers to that. Where's my coffee? There it is. Cheers to you, sir. That's really great to hear. And thank you so much for the super chat. That's awesome. Really appreciate it. That's really cool. So you put your front axle in it, and it stands the bike up. But I feel like I did that before, and it just didn't... Okay. Well, good then. Yeah. That's good. So this should be a Lyric RC2. Yep. 180 millimeters of travel, Lyric RC2, 51 millimeter offset, 29er. Or RCT3, sorry, is what this is. RCT3. Nice, that's sweet. What a good fork. And the brake, that looks like a Code RSC brake. And those things are so freaking grabby. Like coming off of my hopes, when I went and rode like the Stamina and the Machine in in Madeira, I couldn't believe how much grabbier and how much more, maybe not how much more powerful, but like the power and the grabbiness on those codes are just like crazy. Caught me off guard, and I like went flying off the trail once because of it. Let's see. I need to bring this closer so I can read. As everybody's saying, the opinions are going to start coming out now. Fox is better, Clint says. No, it ain't, Christopher says. Clint says, yes, it is. And then Christopher says, they're both good. It's getting heated, but then they agreed, so hey. Yeah, I mean, I really liked the MRP ribbon that I have been running on the Evo Link 140. I think that fork feels so amazing, and anytime any other riders have been on it, they've said the same thing, so I've been super pumped about that fork. And hey, Thomas Lokar, congrats. Bad and Plaid, yeah, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the super chat. That's really awesome. Have another drink of coffee. That's really great. Cheers, dude. Bad and Plaid, I like that. One thing I would love to do is to do like a Loam Ranger plaid shirt, because it's kind of like, it's clearly sort of my thing, and I've been wearing this since like the very first video I ever filmed for the channel. Not every video, but you know, I tend to wear it a lot. But yeah, like, I don't know, maybe like a patch or something, because I wouldn't want any kind of print on it. I feel like that would look really weird, but if there was like a patch, I feel like that might be okay. Let me know what you guys think. Landon, Fox sucks. I think all current suspension nowadays is like insanely amazing. That's what I think. And then it comes down to like little things. I really like the adjustment of the MRP. I really love the feel and especially the stiffness of the Fox 36 and this Lyric. Like really amazing forks for sure. Yeah, they're all good. The one thing that I don't like about the Fox, and this is like me being picky, is the damper sounds. It's all like when you're going down the trail, and I just don't like any kind of noise from my bike, and so that always drives me crazy about Fox stuff. You get a little bit of it with the Lyric, but not quite as much. And then the ribbon is like silent. Black shirt with plaid letters. That'd actually be pretty cool. I like that. Dylan asks, what tire mix do you usually use? DHF front, DHR2 in the rear, or an aggressor in the rear? All the time. All right. Okay, up next. Oh boy, it's like a big, I have to take out everything now. Okay. This Park tool stand is so old. This is a stand, this is actually my brother-in-law's stand. I don't even own a bike stand. And when I was like a little kid, he worked in a bike shop in a little town called Stony Plain, and it was called like Recycle Sports or something like that. Anyways, I would go in there every single day and look at all the GTs and like stare at the GT Zaskars and the catalogs and just bug them about the GT Avalanche that maybe I would buy one day, but would just bug them all day about it, never buy a thing, because I couldn't afford anything because I was in like grade 6. But when that place shut down, Brad was the mechanic. Brad, my brother-in-law, was the mechanic. And when the place shut down, they gave him this stand. And he's not mountain biking as much anymore, so I asked to borrow it, and I've never stopped borrowing it, just like any good brother-in-law should. Get a DH bike. You get a DH bike. I don't know. Like, yeah, if I could have a DH bike, I think that would be sweet. I tried a prototype pole downhill bike in Madeira, and that was friggin' sick. But they don't make one right now. But I feel like with this bike that's in here and the other bikes that they're coming out with, like I don't know if I need a downhill bike because they're so burly. All right, let's see. Handlebar. I think that should be good to put a bike into. Get off. Get off. There we go. Nice. It's shiny. It's silver. Let's put that right in here. Oh, see, here's the thing. I'm used to like tubular shapes. This is far from being a tubular shape. So I don't know how it's going to clamp in here actually. Yeah. That might not fall out, but it also might fall out. It's good for now. It's like super shaped. Like it's actually quite thin right here. It's like really awesome to like actually get your hands on it. It's really cool. Kind of forms that they made with the CNC machine process. Okay, let's get some of this stuff off. So, I don't know, you probably can't tell whatsoever. I'll zoom in on it. Zoom in. Oh, I like that. Damn, this camera. It's just so satisfying. Okay, so there is the bike frame. Whoop, whoop, right there. So this is a pole machine, which means it has 180 millimeters of travel up front and 160 out back. And it is fully CNC machined from just a couple blocks of aluminum. And it's, what is it, 70, help me out, 7075 grade aluminum. So it's like really, really strong and stiff, but it can't be welded, or it's extraordinarily difficult to weld. So pretty much you can't weld it. So they glue it together, and then they put a couple of bolts just to make people feel better about it. But they said that, Leo was saying that you only need the glue. Yes, the mediocre mountain biker. That is 100% true. Silver would be an appropriate bike name for the Loam Ranger. I had thought out a couple of weeks ago, and it is so perfect. This bike name is obviously, definitely silver. Yeah, so it's raw aluminum. Let's see, bubble wrap. Don't need no bubble wrap. Kids are gonna go crazy with that stuff. Okay, so that's good. That's just gonna hang out. Let's get this off. What do you guys think about that for a bike name? Does anybody know what he's talking about? Does anybody not know what he's talking about? You talking about the Loam Ranger? Or the Lone Ranger? What is this? Okay, so that must be the derailleur. Derailleur. So let's just do that. How's things? Oh yeah, you guys can see. Hi-ho, Silva! Can the machine take 27 plus? Yep, and I have some plans to do just that, actually. Got some video plans coming up in the very near future where I'm gonna shred this thing in some interesting environments, or at least try and survive while in interesting environments. I don't know what to take off next. So much going on here. There we go. But why didn't you get the YT Raw Aluminum Limited Edition? Oh, I didn't know they did that. Yeah, I think I'm good with my machine though. I think I would much prefer this bike. And you know what, like the biggest reason for that is? I mean, one, it's like, how many people have one of these, right? But two, it's this. It's the C-tube angle. That's what like makes it all so much better. Like the whole design thing, like I know I'm now sponsored by these people, but you know, I've been saying it ever since I even got my EvoLink 140. It's this C-tube angle. Game changer. It just makes a 180, 160 bike a trail bike that can like also shred downhill stuff. Pretty pumped. Okay. Where's my stuff? There it is. There's another box in here. All the bits. There. Don't think there's anything else. So we can get this box out of the way. How are we doing in the chat? Yes, that's exactly where I'm going to be yelling, Clint, every time. All right, thanks for hanging out, Christopher. Thanks, Mr. Boy Scout. That's awesome. All right, let's start cutting things. Hopefully not break cables. So this needs to be cut. At one point, one of these ties, as soon as I cut it, the swing arm's going to swing down on me. So I'm just trying to like figure out when that's going to be. Oh, maybe we'll just. Look at that. And if any of you guys are just joining, I just opened up a Teespring store. So you just kind of slipping that in. Just opened up a Teespring store where you can get these shirts, you can get these mugs, all that kind of fun stuff. Focus. Yes, there it is. Mugs, all kinds of good things. So go and check that out. It's in the description. And yeah, it helps support the channel. Here we go. Okay. That's good. Hang on to this. Now it should be this one. Okay. Oh yeah. Take this out. And that swings down. Oh. What's this? What this? Oh, it's called a handlebar. There we go. Yes. Such a nice looking bike. I can't get over it. It's so nice. Emil, yeah, this is a pole machine. You ever going back to Baseline? Yes, Baseline Mountain in Alberta. It's my closest downhill-ish kind of mountain. It's amazing. I was there once. I did 2 videos on it. But I was there in like pretty crazy, brutal conditions with like snow and ice. And I've yet to make it back there. But I said this for this past year and I didn't do it. But like I'm definitely going back to Baseline. Harry says, compared to the normal bike, the seat tube does not look normal. No, it's not normal. Usual seat tubes are like, I don't know, 73, 74 degrees, whereas this is like 79 degrees. And that's kind of like the key to this whole geometry bit and why it all works. So yeah, so with the tire combination and with the way I like to run my sag, the head tube on this should be about 63.5 degrees, I'm guessing, somewhere around there. And the reach on this is a size large, so it's 510 millimeters reach. It's actually the same geometry as the EvoLink 140. And so yeah, I'm able to just like get off the 140, hop onto this, and just enjoy the extra travel and just extra awesomeness in general. Okay. Which is really nice. Like going to new bikes, it always takes a bit of time to get used to. And that's what I had with the EvoLink 140. It took a little bit for me to understand. And actually what it was doing, I realized afterwards, is that when I was having issues with my cornering with the EvoLink 140, it was because I had really bad cornering practices and the bike was trying to correct them. And that sounds kind of weird, but like I was, well, yeah, there we go. I was leaning over the back too much in the corners, which is like the worst thing that you can do as far as wanting to have traction in your front wheel. And so one, I was going faster than I ever have before into corners with the EvoLink. And then now I'm in the corner and it's like one, faster than usual, so I'm freaking out. And two, I'm riding over the back wheel. I'm just like instantly doing that, which is a horrible thing to do no matter what bike you're on. But when you're on a pole, that sounds weird. When you're on an EvoLink or anything with really long reach like this, it kind of amplifies that. So as soon as I did proper technique, then it totally opened up everything and now I can corner faster than I could before. Thanks, Parker. How's it going, man? Damien asked if I'm going to World Championships next year. I'm assuming you're talking about downhill UCI World Championships in Montreal. I would love to. That's kind of like, it's in my plans, and if I can make it happen, I will. Even though it is in Canada, this is a really big country, and so it's like a 5-hour flight just to get there. It's so wide. But yes, I would love to go there. The other part is that when you're at an event like that, I don't know how much I can film because like Red Bull really clamps down on what people can film and what they can publish in different places and stuff. So we'll see. All right. Hello from Greece. Hey, man, so many people here. This is really awesome. If you guys haven't hit the like button yet, make sure you do so. It helps kind of spread the word to other people around YouTube. What are your guys' riding plans for this coming weekend? I think I'm gonna do some local fat biking. That's pretty much my only option at this point. Okay, that's all good. Take this off. Oops. I just realized I forgot a tool downstairs. What kind of derailleur is on here? And I know the one that I think it should be. Yep, sweet. XO1 SRAM. Yep, nice. Very nice. Okay, let's see. Let's take this out and get this rear triangle set up. Everything looking and sounding okay still? Go. So this is all titanium hardware I learned recently, which is pretty rad. Okay, so that should go like this. Holy smokes. Everything is like so precise. I think that should go through like that. Yes. Stuff in the way. Everything is just so on this frame. Like everything is so perfectly placed that if it's just a little bit off, it's not gonna go in right. Okay, this is gonna go back here. And this. There we go. Oh, I see. There we go. Helps to actually look. There we go. Isn't that nice? My gosh. Now, this isn't quite going in. That's because I just don't have it lined up on this side perfectly. I think it needs to go like that, but have a look-see. You should get a massive Loam Ranger print for that wood thing in the background. Yeah, I was trying to think of what to do for the back because one, I want to do one for the Loam Ranger. Like I want to do some kind of Loam Ranger logo. And I also want to do a pole logo too. There we go. And it'd be cool to make them both out of the same thing. I was thinking like, what if you were to laser cut like out of some kind of like really dark wood or something like that. Like that would be pretty sweet, I think, anyways. But I'm not sure. Yeah, the geometry is something else. Oh yeah, People are talking about the sound. Sorry, I haven't even mentioned that earlier, but there is insane construction. I've mentioned it a couple of times in my videos before, but there is just like crazy construction outside all the time. They're building new rail transit right in front of our house. Like, we can't even get out our front door currently. So there's like bulldozers and like just every piece of very loud equipment imaginable. So I'm actually surprised it's been this quiet. So you guys are lucking out. Didn't even grease those bolts. There's grease on them. It's all over my hands. And now on my face, too. Yeah, they pre-grease everything. Clint says, for my birthday, I'm going heli biking at Whistler on the same trail Ryan did. That's awesome. That is one heck of a birthday present. So that'd be Rainbow's End, I think it was called. That was sweet. It is relentlessly technical and steep. Like you're up in the Alpen and it starts off like pretty chunky and it'll wake you up fast, and then it's just sort of like mellow for a bit, and then it's just like straight down for like the rest of the time. You'll have a ton of fun. Let's go ride bikes. Hey man, thanks, appreciate it. I got to get out there and ride with you sometime soon, this coming year. All right. Nice plug, yeah, you're damn right. Loam Ranger merch available now. Teespring in the description. All right, let's get some stuff going here. Let's get some stuff did. I gotta move that computer closer. Yeah, can you guys hear those trucks? You must be able to. You must. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Right. Okay, sweet. Yeah. Go. Oops. Messed up already. There we go. So what kind of content would you guys want to see for next year? What do you guys want to see on this channel? What have you liked? What have you not liked? I want to hear what you guys have to say for going forward with all this madness. Oh, you got a super chat. MLO Visual. Have a bottle of Canada Dry on me. Yeah, it's a nice ginger ale. Hey, that stuff is delicious. I love it. But I have to because I'm Canadian. Thanks, Parker. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. About content for this coming year. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by this whole actually trying to build a bike thing. Live streaming is harder than it looks. That's why I don't do it very often. There are some pros out there that I very much envy with as far as their live streaming skills, because I do not have them. That is for sure. All right, that should be on there. All right, so it's already hooked up, and that should go on that side. Should be like that. Yeah, easy peasy. It's actually pretty straightforward. That's nice. I've never built one of these before, like I said before. So I was sort of curious as to how it was going to go. But so far, now we were only just getting into it, but so far I haven't screwed it up too much. But I guess we'll wait and see. There we go. One earlier. All right, 360 swivel mount would look rad. That's cool, yeah. Craigish? When is Beth starting her videos? Well, Beth is like in the videos. Like, you know, you saw her in the last one. She's in the next one. And then, yeah, you'll see more riding from her, and she's going to do her own specific vids here and there. Clint says, are you coming back to Bellingham, Washington anytime? I really want to. I want some redemption in Bellingham, Washington, because I was really uncomfortable on the trails, and it was totally me. I was like feeling kind of strange, and I was just getting used to the new bike, and it was soaking wet on the trails. So it was, it was less than ideal for me last time I was there. So I definitely want to give it another try. And I've noticed this thing jumps like freaking crazy. Like, it's such an amazing jumping bike when I had it in Whistler. So I'd be really pumped to go and take it on some of those bigger jumps in Bellingham and see if I can actually do it this time. So yeah, last time I was all over the place. And I still actually have footage from Bellingham that I haven't released. So all the other guys we were riding with, they released all their videos. I still have not released mine because, like, honestly, it wasn't much to watch. But maybe I will. Yeah. Yes, Bellingham was soaking wet. We were there in, like, March, I think. So what can you expect? Okay. So this is going good. What else? I may as well throw the fork on now. I don't know if this is gonna hold. It's just kind of worrying me a little bit. It's not really made for holding this kind of bike. But, well, maybe I'll put the seat post in and I can put it on that. Maybe that'll be better. Let's see. Can I get a shout out? MTB Bike Boy. Shout out. Please do night rides. Night rides are really hard to do. They'll never look good. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. And yeah, it's a really tricky thing to do. I do want to, and I will. But yeah, very, very tricky. Did you guys see the seat post? You saw me take out the seat post, right? That's interesting. I didn't see it. Open up this thing here. Here, we'll do this. Look at that mess. Sweet. Hey, a seat post and a seat. I'll be honest, I was a little bit worried there for a minute. I was like, I think they forgot my seat and seat post. We're all good. Oh, good. The Stealth axle, which is great. I much prefer the Stealth axles that have no moving pieces, no pieces to break. Oh, 100% bling, XX1 chain. Oh gosh, I'm not cool enough to have that chain. I am not cool enough. Oh, sweet. SME 30. That's really interesting. I've never heard of this 30 before. There's SME 3s. Is this like a new... Somebody can tell me, is that like a brand new type of saddle that Ergon's making? Oh yeah, and I have another light that I can hook up too. I should do that because I need to test exactly how long they actually last. They're these little guys, and they run off of batteries. Batteries only. You can run them off double A's, or you can throw like a big honking Sony like camcorder battery on the back. But just got, oh, it's pretty bright. Let's see. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Let's put this here. So that's with, that's without. With, without. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm just gonna run it at full power and see how long it lasts with like rechargeable double A's. Sweet. That is true, Paul. Hi, Paul. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I guess the Evo Link 140 video, how long was that? Like 2.5 hours? We might not even get there today. That was an extremely long stream for sure. But we had some issues. We had some issues getting that E13 cassette on. That took a while, I remember that. And I remember I had a big giant cinema boom arm that like raised up and down, and it was like 10 feet long at least. It was huge, and it was on a big track. And with all of that insane gear, the camera that was on it was this little guy right there. Huge cinema setup, little tiny webcam, because that's all I had that would actually connect to the freaking internet. Or at least to my computer as a webcam anyways. Yeah, I don't mind that light. That looks pretty good. Okay, let's see what we got for a seat post here. I already know what it is. Holy smokes. Packaging. Did everybody see Paul's, Paul had a majorly awesome breakaway video recently about who e-bikes are for. I'm willing to bet most of you guys have seen it. Great video, great storytelling. Well done to Paulie. Aha! Bike yoke. Sweet. Bike yoke Revive. I'm going to assume this is a 160 mil. Perfect. 160 mil bike yoke. I love this dropper. Okay. So let's put this thing in. So it's going to be like that. Need to get the cable out. Let's see. Okay, where does it come out? There it is. So it's this top one, goes over here. Just need a little bit more slack on the dropper, but so it's kind of interesting. So with Pole, they do external routing on these bikes, and it's a really smart design. I like it. Oh, there we go. I don't know if I can pull it out any further than that. I don't think so. Oh, there we go. Starting to go. Need more slack. What do you think? Should I, I'm beginning to think I should put the fork and the handlebars on first so I can get more slack for the dropper. Let's do that. Because I know I need a little bit of space. Yeah, let's do that first. Changing ideas. Fork. What the fork? Yeah, there's barely any Pole jokes on this stream, Eric. What's happening? It's really strange. It's like people are done with it now. That's so disappointing. There we go. I'm just glad I have a size large pole. Be a little different if it was a size small pole. And I've got my own top cap that I got from another great group of YouTubers. Don't touch your brakes. Who's this from? Does anybody know? And here comes the Pole jokes. Wonderful, wonderful. What grease am I using? There is tons of grease on this. Like, they gob it on. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. So I don't need any extra grease, in my opinion. But who knows? I might end up putting some on anyways later. But not right now. So this room that I'm in right now is... Yeah, there we go. Okay. Is, up until like a month ago or 3 weeks ago was our master bedroom. And one day we were trying to figure out what room to turn into a filming space and what would work best. And I was staring into our master bedroom going, yeah, this is the best room for filming in. And I asked Beth and she was like, oh, yeah. Okay. And that was it. Like, then we just changed it into the filming space and now we're in a smaller room. And this room is not very big to begin with. Like you can see, this is a very old house, and they didn't exactly make big, luxurious rooms in old houses, which I like. I actually prefer it this way. But, yeah, old master bedroom. Okay, so that's good. That through there. And then we need, okay, I should have everything right around here, except for this. There we go. I'm sure the guys from Pole, Leo's going to be watching this and just being like, no, Ryan, it's not how you do any of it. That's okay, though. No problem. Okay, there we go. And I need this. And it should be, that should be the 45-degree angle down like that. Like so. Sweet. And we're going to do, what do we want to do here? I like a really high handlebar. So we're just going to try that first. Maybe not quite that high. We're going to leave one off. Do this. Boop. Now we'll put the bar on. And then that is going to, uh-oh. Every time I have to do this, hold on a sec. Oh, this is really bad timing. Because the camera is about to turn off. So I have to just pop this in real quick. There we go. Stay. Stay. The other thing is that I'm running this camera just off of battery, and I'm only at like 50% so far. I have 3 more batteries to pop in case it dies or when it dies, but I'm doing a lot better than I expected so far. All right. More Pole jokes. Wonderful. Good. Well done, everyone. Okay. This has to go like, oh no. Oh no. Yeah, it should be like this. Should be. Oh, right, because I pulled some cable for the dropper. That's why. Okay. It makes sense to me now. We're good. It was just really tight, and I didn't understand why. You can keep going with those pole jokes now, right? Okay. Let's do this. Fork is backwards. That's okay. No, maybe I should. No, it doesn't matter right now. There we go. Okay. All right. Like this. Right. Gotta be this way. Oh, come on. There we go. Come on. There we go. Oh.
Hello.
Hi. You are just in time. I need your help. Get on in here. I need you.
You want me to answer the question everyone's been dying to know?
Yeah.
I've seen that multiple times people have asked if I've rode your pole.
We'll leave that to a total mystery.
So funny, right?
Can you hold that?
Yes.
It's a little greasy. A little bit of grease. Oops. I messed up. Here. Yes. You have the best timing. Here's Beth, everybody. Everybody say hi, Beth.
I will move to this side.
Okay. So, I gotta pop this off. Really tight. There we go. And these. And put this on. Because I put the bearing on already. Just gotta throw that on. Oops.
Sorry.
Don't mess mess this up.
Real
we go.
cam here.
I know. And then we gotta put the spacers on. See, as soon as Beth shows up, I start acting a fool. As always.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, you're still around. Okay. Then you're gonna put this one on. Doop. Little top cap. Do I even need that?
It's like,
I don't think, well, we better use it anyways. You wanna just hold that?
yeah.
And then this. Everyone's saying, hi, Beth! Hi, Bethy! I call her Bethy. No one else calls her Bethy. Oh, it's me and your grandma call you Bethy.
Yeah, my grandma.
Actually, yeah.
My grandma hollers, Bethy!
Bethy! She's South African, which means her decibel levels are off the charts all day.
It's too small.
There we go. And look at the shirt she's wearing. My goodness. How convenient is that?
No one
To
can
tell
see my-
everybody who's
no one
new to
can
the
see my
stream
shirt.
that we now have a Loam Ranger store, which is down in the description, and I'll put it in the chat as well. There we go.
I only wear Lone Ranger shirts.
Yeah, that's it. She wears one shirt
All
Yep.
Ryan lets me wear.
every day, all day. Yeah. All right. So that's on. This is good. So now I can turn this a little bit more.
Do I have to keep holding this?
No. You're good a long time ago. And then it's just really tight. So it's like all the cables are in here via zip tie, and they're really taut,
More like
quite taut.
white top.
Yeah. Interesting. Let me take this off here. Take that side.
Is anyone moderating your chat?
Yeah, there's probably people moderating the chat. Got some homies in there taking care of stuff.
Good.
Everything's still looking and sounding okay. Yeah, that should, oh, I see. Yeah, I see what's going on. Okay.
I feel like the handlebars should be like this, but that's how you like them.
Yeah, there's a crazy delay, and I didn't really want to mess with it because we don't really have great internet, like actually really bad internet here, so didn't want to do too much. How much travel on this build? It's 180 millimeters in the front and 160 in the rear. Okay, that's what needed to happen. There, now that's good. Okay, that makes me feel better. I was kind of freaking out that it wasn't set up right. Excuse
I
me.
feel like I'm just in the way now.
Well, and we can zoom out just a little bit too. Boop. There we go. So, is anybody new to the stream? If so, hi, how are ya? Thanks for subscribing. We talked about a lot of stuff so far. We're doing this bike build. Talked about the merch. We've been talking about Madeira and how crazy that was, and we've got a new video dropping tomorrow. Bethy over here. Beth.
What am I doing in the video?
You're like tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know. Well, you crashed really hard.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? That was quite the crash you
That
had.
was quite the moment.
Yeah, she had like one of those very quiet moments of just like curling up into a ball, and
I wasn't crying, but I was trying not to.
yeah, she had a bruise from the top to the bottom of her thigh, and it was like insane. We put it on Instagram actually. I think it was an Instagram story.
Stories, yeah.
Smash the like. Hello, Italy. Coil for life. I do like a good coil shock. I put that coil shock on the 140, and the traction went through the roof. So, only good things to say about the coil shock. Oh, I see. Oh. See, this is the best part about YouTube, Beth, is that you can act like an idiot in front of thousands of people And it doesn't even seem that big of a deal.
People are making fun of you.
I know. Woo!
Oh.
Hello. Hello. Okay, that should be good.
Coil for life.
Yeah, why don't you go through some of
Coil
those
is
comments?
so plush.
It is. It is. That is correct.
Fox or Rockshox?
Well, Rockshox on this bike. I also really, really like MRP ribbons. I've mentioned it before and I'll say it again. We're not sponsored by them or anything, but I rode the MRP ribbon all last year and it was incredible. And honestly, I wish they did a 180 millimeter version. That would be really cool. But they don't. You reading those comments?
Yeah.
It's a dangerous place, those comments. It's a dangerous world you've entered into.
I'm getting uncomfortable.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This doesn't look quite right, but it will. I'm sure. Maybe. Maybe I can put a little more in there.
No front brake says you're going to poke your eye out with that dropper post.
I know. I already almost did. Okay, so that should be fine. That should be good. Fork forward. Okay. Starting to look like a bike.
Yeah.
A little bit. Let's see.
Good.
I'm gonna
People are telling me to be careful.
break out this.
Did you tell them how you stole my beer?
That was her beer, and I stole it.
Only my beer because I had the flu on the weekend, and so I was saving this for when I didn't have the flu, and now it's here.
And now I'm drinking it.
Thanks for the sip.
Okay, what do we got to do here? We got to put on the brake thingy, and if you want to actually...
Brake thingy?
The brake thingy, yeah.
I'll just stand here and pop bubble wrap.
No,
That's
please.
probably what I'm good at.
No,
1,
please
2,
no. Oh, that's interesting. I don't
3,
think that was supposed to happen.
4. What do you want me to do?
I think I messed this up.
I'll just keep doing this till you tell me what.
Stop it. That is so loud. Oh, we got a super chat. Can't stick around because of the work thing, but wanted to say congrats. Chump MTB, thank you so much. We have a beer to cheers with now. Cheers to you. Right up close.
And
Ting.
that's all from me.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Here you go. Beer o'clock.
I just got back from my son's Christmas concert, so this is definitely in order.
Well, Christmas concert practice.
Well, yeah. It was the pre-show.
The pre-show. Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't miss my son's Christmas concert. I'm going there tonight. That's what I'm doing.
If you're not still live streaming.
Yeah. If anybody hasn't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button so we can help spread the video a little bit more over YouTube. That would be very much appreciated. Okay. I'm going to put this front brake on. Do you want to throw that saddle on?
Maybe. Is this a saddle? Just kidding. But I am joking when I said it's a saddle, but I've never actually put one on before.
Yeah, you just got to loosen off these two bolts. Like, just loosen them right off and don't lose the hardware. That'll explode everywhere at some point.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I think it was Paul that was asking how Madeira was for me.
Yeah.
It was a lot. Does that answer the question? No. It was really, really good, but it was really intense because we were biking stuff we were riding stuff that was way too hard for me. So I was like walking down a bunch of stuff. And then I was riding some stuff, but I am definitely not ready for EWS tracks yet.
Well, I was telling
Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. I was telling the people earlier that Madeira is a very special place in the fact that everything is super greasy and slippery all the time. like the dirt is so strange. You might be able to just leave that other one on, and you should be able to get that saddle on there now.
Wow.
Yeah, you just kind of exactly. You got it.
Yeah, I've never been anywhere so steep before. But it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And there was some really fun stuff that we rode, and some really interesting things, and really cool spots that you'll get to see on the upcoming videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was definitely in over my head a lot of the time, to put it lightly.
Yeah, it's a crazy place. Like, the entire island is steep, and we're not just talking about the trails. Like, you can't, like, walking is limited. Like, there's sort of an area where all the hotels are, and so all of, like, it's a very old person island. Like, so there's, like, free ride Madeira and like all of the awesome mountain biking. But then the regular tourism, it's like old people from Europe. That's kind of like their main thing. So, which is kind of weird because the whole island is just like this everywhere. Like, when we went to go and eat, we would walk down to kind of the hotel area and then walk back up to our house that we were staying in, and it was like the quads were burning every single day. Like, it's so steep there, so you really can't ride your bike unless you're shuttling. It's kind of it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would never ride my bike around town there. One, because everything is so steep that it's great when you're going down, but then as soon as you have to go anywhere else, which is up, then you're just climbing really steep roads, and all the roads are fairly narrow, and everyone drives pretty fast.
Yep.
So I can't even imagine how quickly people go through breaks because everybody just kind of like squeals around the corners. And
Yeah, totally.
I was glad we weren't driving.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. It's true. Pull Bikes is in the house. I don't know if that's Leo or Laurie or whatever, but yeah. It's a total old person island, except for the amazing free ride mountain biking that you can do there. It's like this really interesting contrast, because there's almost nothing in between. Like, you'll go to other places, you know, if you go to the Alps or, you know, wherever, like those sorts of places.
I've never been to the Alps.
There's just so many activities that you see people doing, and lots of younger people doing other stuff. When you go to Madeira, it's like old people and mountain bikers.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed anyways. Nice to see you guys in the screen poll. Hey, Mark, how's it going? Mark Shep's in the house. He was we went for a ride yesterday, and he rode the Taiga. He's just saying it was a pretty amazing fat bike. It was like, it's just another one of those things, like with the pole geometry. It's not the same geometry as like this, but it's still way different than like regular fat bikes. Like, it's 66-degree head angle. Most fat bikes are like 68 or 69. It's got a more of an upright seat tube than most. It's got longer reach. I think it's like 490 reach for a size large. Like really long wheelbase. It was like 470 something chainstays. Pole's still on there. Hey, Leo. Yeah, it's Leo. 470 something millimeter chainstays, so the wheelbase is really long. And so even without studded tires, I was climbing up stuff that some of the guys weren't getting. And I'm out of shape too. Those guys are in better shape than me. But like climbing up stuff that normally I should be spinning out on, but it just like trucked right on up there. It was quite something. I was really happy with it. Hey, Nathan Wheeler's in here too. How's it going, man? Nathan runs a bike shop in and around Red Deer, Alberta. So if you need any bike stuff done in Red Deer, Nathan Wheeler's Bike Repair is the place to go. And if you need anybody to show you around Baseline Mountain, Nathan is also the place to go, or the guy to talk to. He's the place to go. All right. You did it.
Well, I didn't tighten it down because I don't know exactly how you want it.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just leave it like that.
Sorry.
Can you do me a favor? Can you run down to the fat bike and grab the 1UP tool?
Oh, yeah.
The 1UP?
On one?
1UP. Yeah.
What's on one? Well, on one's a software.
On one is software. All right. Baseline is freaking awesome. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so that's looking good. Yeah, just bring the whole thing. I need the tool inside of it, but just bring the whole thing. Because I still haven't tightened this. And that's something that I need to do before I forget about it. Thanks.
Like just that. Okay.
Yep.
I didn't know if you wanted the attachment.
All right.
Oh. It's really warm in here with this light.
It is super warm in here
Leave
because
this door open.
I'm a hot mess when I'm doing live streams. There's just no getting around it. Okay.
So schvitty.
Tighten this thing up. There we go. Just did not want to forget about that. And then go flying down a mountain and have that pop out. Not really on my to-do list. Oh, and actually, while I'm thinking of it, I'm going to change out the grips. It's the one thing that I'm changing out on this bike. And that is because I just love my grips. And I always transfer them onto whatever bike I'm on next.
I might need to buy some more grips.
Yeah. That's true. So, these are really nice. What are these? Ergon, it doesn't say the exact model, but yeah, I used these grips while in Madeira, and they were really good. But just love my death grips. So that should be on this side. Yep, should be. But you do have to like hit it. There we go. Perfect.
Ah, they got the little flag back here.
Yeah,
nice.
that's sweet. Do you guys have any other questions about the bike? I can try and answer, and then if Leo's hanging around, he'd be the guy to ask about questions about this bike in particular and other pole-related issues or things. There we go.
Did you have a chance to try the Michelin tires in Madeira?
Yes, I did. Not very much though. I didn't. I only rode them for one day, I think. Yeah, part of one day. So, and we're also in Madeira, which is like really different riding circumstances than usual. And so I feel like I would need to ride them on my trails to really tell what I think of them more completely. But yeah, I'd love to try them again. There we go. Put those in the right place later.
Is it tubless?
Is it tubless? Yeah, so Pole is nice enough to send me the wheels already set up tubless and tubeless. And yeah, the cassette was already on, the rotor's already on. They put Huck Norris front and rear, so this thing is like ready to monster truck all day. Yeah, and I've never used these Mavic D-Max Elite wheels before, so pretty pumped to try those out. Okay, clamp that. Good. What else? Let's throw that, maybe the crankset on is what we should do next. Actually, no, we gotta put on this first. Put on the bash guard. Alright. Go. For what? Pedals? Yeah, pedals. I just need to find the bolts.
Will you ever ride
Oh, never mind.
Christchurch? Will you ever?
Will I ever ride Christchurch? Yeah, of course I will. Like that's I would love to go there.
They're great trails. Why haven't you ridden there?
There's just so many places to go to. And I was telling the guys and gals on the stream earlier that that's a huge trip. Like if you're going to travel that far from Canada, you should be there for a while. And so it's definitely takes a lot of planning to go and do a trip like that. Because it's not exactly one where you go for 5 days, you know, and out again. Which is typically...
Really?
which is typically
It's like 20 hours of travel.
Yeah, at least. Probably more than that for New Zealand. Like that would be, more.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably.
Wow. Yeah. So typically what we'll do is, what I have done is I'm gone for 4 to 5 days. That's usually, I try not to be gone for longer than that because that's like a long time and I don't like to be gone longer than that. And then also, we've got 2 kids and it's not exactly easy for you to like handle all that stuff. So,
or for us to go together.
Yeah. No front brakes, $5. I'm out to nurse this man cold. Here's $5 to replenish the winter ale, and congrats again. As a fellow dad, stoked to see more of the kids riding. Yes, there's going to be... Well, thank you so much for that, first of all.
Yes.
Cheers to you, sir. And yes, lots more kids getting the boys on the bikes this coming year. It's going to be awesome. We have a trip planned for March, I think. We're going to try and get out and do a bunch of riding with them and film it, so it should be pretty great. But yeah, get over your cold soon. And we need to go have a beer in person at some point this coming year. You need to come to Canada. Definitely come to Canada, Eric.
Where's Eric from?
He's from Texas.
Texas.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Sorry, I'm really bad at that. Thanks for the super chat. I'm just going to go buy beer now. So.
Yeah, I know.
You
can go buy your replacement beer. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So I've got the bash guard on. It's like a kind of an integrated, sort of semi-integrated bash guard, which is pretty cool. I like that. Oh, Leo from Pole says, or Leo. I always say Leo, but it's actually Leo. I'm going to say it right. Leo from Pole Bike Company says, I'm going to bed soon. Yeah, it's got to be really late there, man. Michelins are great. They are a good compromise between trail and DH tire, and the weight is not crazy. There you go. And I know that he's done a ton of testing on them, so he would be the man to hear from on that. Well, that's cool. SRAM MTB. Is that actually SRAM MTB? Now I'm curious.
Are you the real
gave me one
SRAM
of these.
MTB?
SRAM MTB, are you the real SRAM MTB? That'd be pretty cool. And even if you're not the real SRAM MTB, thanks for the horns. Okay. Crankset. Now, this is when, and I'm a little bit nervous now that the Leo's actually watching during this part, because cranksets are my nemesis. I'm horrible with dealing with cranksets, installing cranksets properly. I always seem to get the spacers wrong. So we're just going to dive in and hope for the best.
Bring my phone.
All right. What do we got? We got SRAM XO with the new dub size for the spindle. Sweet. All right. Oh, I see. Booties. The booties.
You've already broken it.
And I've broken it already. Yeah. 170 mil cranks. Sweet. Yes, that's awesome. I think you guys went to 170 across the board, right? I love 170 mil cranks. I ended up putting some on this summer when I snapped my last set of cranks, and I really like them. Hey, Corey C. $5 for more beer for Beth.
I'm
awesome.
really excited. My beer fund is just growing.
Yeah, this is getting dangerous now. It's going to become like a Scotch whiskey fund.
I feel like that would actually be the best fundraiser for us to do.
Oh, really?
Well,
really?
with you traveling and everything, maybe like every time before you travel, we should just start a beer fund for me.
Yeah, good. Thank you very much, Corey C. That's
Thanks,
awesome.
Corey.
Okay, this is a lot more straightforward than what I usually see. So you got a spacer on this side, nothing on that side. The little dust cap is on that side. There's one on that side. So I think I'm just going to extract it from one end and put it in.
Oh, you seem like you don't know what you're doing. So why don't you teach me how to do it?
Well, yeah, sure. Sounds great. Take this. See if that's the right size. Nope. There we go. So just spin this off. It self-extracts, so this whole part is going to pull off the spindle.
Oh, we can do it together.
Well, I'll probably just... Okay, yeah, we can do it together. This is...
Marriage.
There we go.
We did it.
We did it. Okay. So this should already be backed off. I'm going to make sure this little guy here is backed off all the way. There it is. Just to make sure we're all good to go. See, these are all the things that it took me forever to understand what the crap was going on at any given time. Like this little guy here.
What's
this is like tensioning the bearings pretty much.
Oh.
Or just, well, if there's any play, you just kind of use this to just get rid of the play side to side, which is probably what we need to do on yours because I noticed a little bit. Clint! Very sorry for my pole jokes, Mr. and Mrs. Ranger. You're forgiven. Cheers. Thank you very much for the super chat.
Thank you.
Very nice. Okay. Yeah. Fair. You can do it, man. So brave. Yes. Thank you for the support, everybody. Okay. That sounded damaging. All right. So then now that just like goes on to that. And it's kind of awkward because it's just going to rest on the very edge of the teeth. Mm-hmm. And then you just have to start, turning it on. Yeah.
Wait, am I going the wrong way?
Nope. You're good. Right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Wrong way. Right there.
Oh, this is super awkward.
There you go. Tighten it up.
Yes.
That was so easy. Thank you, Pole, for making it very straightforward to put on the cranks. That was nice.
How tight do you make them?
Well, you should be using a torque wrench, and I need to buy a set of the Allen keys for my torque wrench. Oh, no, there has to be a spacer involved here. The spacer must go on the other side. Yep, totally.
Yep. That was so easy.
Because it immediately started rubbing on the chainstay. You got it? It's going to fall. Okay. So, definitely don't need any extra grease. That's for sure. Ouch. Oh gosh, it's just covered.
And here come the jokes.
Yeah, that has to go on this side. Oh, and you see, I thought I was through the woods on this one. Yeah.
That makes sense now.
Let me just says dub everywhere. Dub, da dub, dub, da dub. All right, let's try it out.
Let's try it again.
Okay. See, I wish Eric from No Front Brakes was still here because we're definitely giving him a good run for the money for the Terrible Technician name. He does a whole series called Terrible Technician.
Oh, and there's two of us. So
there we go. That's better. And that's okay there. Perfect. So much grease. Okay. All right. Yeah, why don't you see what's going on in those comments? Oh, Nathan.
Aww.
Thanks for the shout out. Congrats on 100,000. Cheers to yourself and Beth. Merry Christmas. Can't wait to see you guys at a baseline for laps. Yes, we are definitely going to get to baseline this coming year. Said it last year, but I mean it this time. I'm going to get there. Thank you very much.
And Leo says my cranks were missing a washer from the NDS.
Ah, there you go. That's right. Awesome. Cool. Okay. So those are on-ish. I still got to do the use a torque wrench. I have a torque wrench. I have a torque wrench, but it's got the wrong. I don't have a full set of these little Allen key adapters, so I gotta buy a set.
This could become a comedy for bike mechanics to watch.
Yes.
It's true.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That was the wrong size again. There it is. There we go. Yeah, that's good. That's all good.
You did it.
I kind of did it.
Kind of.
Look at me go. Okay, I'm just gonna tighten up this side. Right to there. Sweet. I'm gonna put that on the thing with the stuff.
On the thing with the thing.
Okay, what should we do next? What's up next? I think it's just, yeah, it's really just throwing on the wheel and the chain. I think would be good. I got the gold chain too. Trail features. Hey man, camera fun so you can get a full frame that shoots in 4K without cropping. Hey, you watch it. I love this camera. Yes.
But thank you.
Thank you so much, Trail features.
Fun, not camera fun.
Yes. No, I think we've spent plenty of enough on cameras in the last little while. Cheers to you. There you go. Trail features. I hear Joe is working, or Trail Features is working on a video, and he's comparing all the different 360 cameras. And so I'm really, really curious to see his findings on that, because I have a feeling it's the Garmin that's going to come out on top for like image quality and stuff, but on top in general. I got to use it once this past year, but I'm really curious to see overall what the best 360 cam is going to be like, because I think that's gonna be the future. All right. Thanks, Leo.
Good night.
Get a good sleep. See you, man. All right. Okay. Sweet. Let's put the wheel on. Back wheel. Now I think I should actually be throwing this. Well, no, we're gonna keep it in there. We're just gonna keep it going how it is. Hasn't fallen off yet. Famous last words.
Why is it so? Oh, it's just so wide.
Well, it's so thin too. Like it's meant to like grab onto like something tubular, right?
Yeah.
And that is definitely not. Okay, where is the axle? There's the axle. Yeah, if you have never seen this bike in person, it is something. It is so cool looking. I think one of the funnest parts of getting to ride this bike in Whistler last year. Oh no. Oh no.
What have you done?
No, it's just more looking like an idiot on camera. There we go.
Make sure it doesn't fall off.
Funnest part about riding this bike in Whistler last year was in the lift line and everyone's just staring. They're just like, holy smokes, look at that freaking bike. It's pretty cool.
Do you have to put the chain on first?
Nope.
How does that work?
You can do it either way. I just like to put the chain on after the wheel goes on. Don't worry about it. All right. What does Joe have to say for himself? I will say this, Garmin has the best build out of any of the 360 cams I've used. Yeah, you can replace the lenses on it too, which is something that I don't think any of the other guys can say about their cameras.
Really?
Yeah. Good, that moves smoothly. No.
Fox Factor UK says, Ryan Longshot, would you consider traveling to Scotland or Fort William?
Yes, I would consider traveling anywhere. Absolutely. Like to ride in Fort William, I would be down in a second. Absolutely. Absolutely. My gosh. That would be incredible. Okay, so we must have to zip tie these. Do you want to grab the zip ties from the bag and just start feeding them through?
Someone was asking, Country Hawk says, what bike do you recommend for a teen? P.S. I'm short. And they were yelling the whole time.
Caps? For a teen. Well, so the thing is that I can never actually recommend a bike to anybody unless I know them, where they ride, what they want to ride, what their skill level's at, what their budget is, and what's most easily serviceable in their area. If I know all of those things, I could recommend a bike for you. Otherwise, I have no idea, man. Sorry. Yeah, if you wanna.
Where do these go?
So they just go through here. I would assume, and probably want to do it. Well, probably I guess this way it doesn't matter. Yeah, I would just go through.
Oh,
like
just need a couple of those.
Yeah, I need 5. Well, those ones, and then another one here, and then another one there. I'll do that. Wow. We still got 165 watching. That is awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out. Really appreciate it, everybody. If you haven't hit the like button yet, make sure you do that. So it kind of spreads the word.
Wait.
What?
I'm gonna do it now.
What?
Like your.
Oh.
I
All right.
don't like this.
I would say these should all be in the same direction. Are they all in the same? Yeah, they're all in the same direction. Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
What do you think I am?
I don't know. Female?
Oh.
Oh, I didn't actually mean that as an insult. I just. All right.
I know you don't.
Moving right along.
That's not an insult. You never say it.
All right, this goes on there. That like that. That like that. Sweet.
You want them tightened right down?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so that's good. I've got little clippers.
I could do that.
Yeah. No worries for responding, Country Hawk. Yeah, it's kind of a tricky thing. Honestly, I'd say the best thing, I mean, I say this about a lot of stuff, but go to your local bike shop and ask them what you'd like to do. And just remember, when you go into a bike shop, at least if it's a good bike shop, and most of them are, it's not all about just selling you bikes at bike shops. And I think like most shops are quickly realizing that, if they weren't just doing it already, that the key mission for like local bike shops is to be the hub for the sport. And so go in, ask them, what kind of bike you think that you should be getting, and they might recommend the bikes that are in the shop. They might not even recommend the bikes that are in the shop. But yeah, local bike shops, man, it's the way to do it.
Do you like cut it all
Really,
the way down?
really tight, yeah.
Are these cutters?
Yeah, they're just really dull. Oh
Yeah.
gosh. But yeah, here you go.
I don't know if this drag for that.
Yeah, really close.
Ah.
Bing. Right there. Sweet. And that one. So is anybody in the comments? Does anybody else own one of these things or any of Pole's bikes? Because I'd love to hear like other opinions on it and like what you guys think, because like I'm the only one I know in my area that has one of these right now. There's some people a couple hours away, but I just want to hear what other people think of the bikes. So if you have any experience on them, let me know. Good Trails says, I think Loam Ranger was the fastest channel to 100K. His 2,500 subscriber video was barely a year ago. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. It's been pretty awesome. We just kind of like put everything we had into it. Like it's been, yeah. I mean, we were doing our regular jobs like 40 hours a week, and then we were doing this like 40 hours a week.
I mean, this used to be our bedroom. We used to have a place to sleep.
I was telling him this used to be our bedroom, and now our bedroom's in a smaller room over that way.
We literally put everything into this.
Yes, everything, and it's really cool to see, people signing up and like subscribing, and Patreon subscribers. It's been really awesome to see the community grow. And I said this in the Instagram post, and I definitely, this is how I feel about all this, is that like the 100,000 subscriber thing is just like a number, but you guys aren't numbers, like you're actual people. And I feel like the best thing that's come out of this channel is that there's 100,000 riding buddies out there that just like want to go and ride.
You have so many friends now.
But like, seriously though, yeah, like there's been so much that has happened just through you, like the subscribers of this channel. I ended up sleeping on, Eric's couch from Arizona, and like he was a subscriber of the channel, and he just reached out to me, and I'm like, yes, I do want to go to Arizona. Let's make it happen. And down, with trail features and no front brakes, like down into Texas, and there's just so many connections that have been made. And Brian from BKXC and riding in Santa Cruz, yeah, it's been really, really awesome. So, and Orby in Santa Cruz as well. I stayed at his place. So yeah, it's been like all these connections that are made through the channel, I feel like is hands down the best part about all this. It's pretty awesome. Fox Factory UK, good to hear. We'll need to arrange and get you riding. Definitely, yeah, that sounds awesome. We're always up in Scotland, despite it being constantly wet. It's fun, yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure. Well, you shoot me probably the best way. I don't really want to throw my email out. on a live stream, but go onto my Instagram and shoot me a message. Like we would love to go out there. It's kind of awkward because she's like standing right there to be like, I can't wait. But yeah, no, thank you so much for that. That's really great. I'd love to talk to you guys more. Come to Florida. I hear there's lots of really cool stuff in Florida. Like I've seen some stuff from Mr. Tonka and from Single Track Sampler. There's lots going on down there, which is really, really cool. Okay, I should put the chain on.
And alligators.
And alligators, yeah. Where'd I put the chain?
I don't know, you were like showing it off and then I just took it.
Oh, I messed up. Yeah, I messed up. See, this is the thing with cranks. If you were here 15 minutes ago when I was talking about how cranks are my nemesis, we installed them once, and then I took them off. And then I installed them again, and now I have to take them off again.
This is covered in.
Yeah, it's all greased. Because there's a one-up chain guide that I forgot to put on, and you can't put it on unless you... Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely cannot get at it. But that's okay. I might wait till the end of the stream to do that.
So you're not going to put the chain on?
I don't think we need to do it 3 times. No, I can put the chain on still.
Okay.
So, oh, careful. There should be little parts in there. Yeah, there we go.
I threw those out. They seem like extra scraps.
Oh, good. It's all there. Okay. Zip. Gold chain! It's so funny. When Beth got her Evo Link, that was the first thing that everybody commented on. Yeah, anytime they saw her bike. Whoa, gold chain.
Gold eagle.
Look out. The golden eagle. Okay. That looks pretty cool, I think. All right. Let's just do this for now. Oop.
The effort you put in and the quality of your videos and stories make this channel one of the best to watch.
Oh, thanks.
Aww.
That means a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, when it comes to this channel, like, it's one of those things that just, like, we're doing it as a job now, but I can tell you it never feels like a job. Ever. Ever. And I'm pretty obsessive over, like, trying to like, making things look the right way, the way that I want to see it, and just kind of trying to do my best all the time.
Did he show you how many lights are in here? Did you show them?
Yes, I showed them. Yeah. Can I see those? Thanks. Yeah, we were talking about the lights earlier.
Speaking of obsessive and everything.
And actually, I was going to ask everybody. Whoops, that's on backwards. Actually, give me a sec. As soon as I get this done, I'm going to ask. I need to ask you guys a question.
But he wants to be looking at you in the eyes.
Straight in the eyes.
So, just hang tight.
There we go. Bring this around top. Come on then. Don't be like that now. Right about there. This is going really well. Sorry, I'm just trying to like get that little quick link on properly. I just need it to be like this. There we go. Where is it? Perfect. Okay. Sweet. Drivetrain. I gotta center that brake. But that's looking pretty good. Shiny.
Fancy.
All right. Trail features says I would guess at least 3. I'm guessing you're talking about lights. Maybe 4. Well, technically speaking, so there's 2 open windows. One there, and then we've got this light here. My hands are so greasy now. Joe, you would love this light. I just got it in yesterday, so I was really pumped to be able to use it. Do you see the remote?
There's too much.
Oh, here it is. I got an Aperture 120D Mark II. So it's like remote control. So this is it without that light on. And it's just so nice. I just freaking love this light so much. And yeah, it's all like adjustable by remote to wherever we want it to be. Very powerful, and I've got a big parabolic 35-inch light or softbox on there. Oh, it's so nice. I love it. And then, so we actually only have 2 lights. Big one, and then little one, which I'm just testing out. I've been running it constantly the whole time. This is just on 6 AA batteries. And so far, so good. I've been liking it. Oh, that's kind of nice. Yeah, see that right there? Oh, that looks good. Yes. Perfect. What was I just going to say?
I don't know. You were going to ask a question.
Yes.
Sorry, that's probably too loud.
No, it's fine. So, as you guys remember, I put out a GoPro video all about like proper settings for your GoPro and setting it up really, really nicely to have great audio, great video, and then how to process all of that so it looks really, really awesome in DaVinci Resolve. And that video really took off. It's like getting close to like 500,000 views, and people seem to really enjoy it. Like there's a whole 2-part series on it. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's the exact process for how I get my GoPro looking the way it is. And as you guys know, I'm a professional photographer, and so I tend to geek out on all this stuff, and I really like doing it. Would you guys want to see some more like gear / like video photo kind of stuff in the future, like how to get good video mountain biking like on the side of the trail, or photo or whatever, or more GoPro stuff? Let me know, because I'm really unsure about it. I don't know if you guys would want to see more of that stuff or not. I really don't know. So let me know. Move this light a little bit. There we go. But yeah. Missed opportunity if you don't put a Yukon Cornelius sticker on there, because he's all about silver and gold. Do you know that? You get that reference? Silver and gold. It's from the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer show. That like not live act. Would you call that live action?
I just didn't actually hear what you said before.
Yeah.
And then you started singing silver and gold.
Yukon Cornelius. Come on. Michael says yes to photography tips, tricks. I feel like that would be fun. I don't know. I think we might just try and do that. Michael says, what are you using to film this? I am using right now, it is an EOS R, so a Canon EOS R, and it just face tracks so beautifully, and it's just such good quality. I love it. Like, you can't find this anywhere else. It's just so good with the autofocus tracking, so I can make an idiot of myself on camera. Yeah, it's awesome. And it's got I'm actually shooting in C-Log right now, and if you know what C-Log is, it's a really flat profile that allows you to color correct really nicely afterwards. So it's shooting a super flat C-Log profile, and then I'm putting a PNG LUT on it through OBS, and then sending it to the live stream. Like, I just nerding out all over it so much. It's just, that was a weird way of putting it. Yeah, I'm just nerding out on it so much. Good Trail says, better than Sony? They all have their pros and cons. I like Canon because 1, I have a lot of Canon glass already. 2, it has better autofocus, if you ask me, especially with face tracking autofocus. 3, and this is a big one, I like the color so much better on Canon than in Sony. I think that's the very biggest one for me. Like, the color has to be right, and Canon's got it nailed. Casual MTV says, absolutely, but I think it's a balance between catering to those subscribers who are here just to watch the riding and those of us who also run YouTube channels. Yeah, see, that's the thing, right? But one of the things that we've just kind of done, and I think we'll just continue to do, is just put out videos that we want to put out. Like, I feel like I shouldn't, and we shouldn't think too hard about specific videos and like trying to stick to very specific topics. I don't know, maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, but like for YouTube channels, I mean, if like for straight up mountain bike content, you can get that everywhere. But I feel like a YouTube channel that's like a weekly or twice weekly video, it's about the riding, but it's also about the people as well. Like, I watch Trail Features for his reviews, but I'm also watching Trail Features to see what Joe's up to. And same with, BKXC and all those guys. It's not just about the riding. So it's really sort of like what we're interested in, I think. but it's also up to you guys. Like if nobody watches, then nobody watches. So there's that part of it too. All right. More poll jokes are coming in. Fantastic. Good stuff. Yeah, this is just like a front wheel, and I think we're pretty much done, right? I don't see anything else.
Except for that one piece you missed. But
Yeah.
Chain guide. Do you have pedals to throw on?
They're down on the fat bike. I'm going to leave the pedals off for now. And as far as like setting up the suspension, Lee Johnson, who's one of the pro riders for pole, I asked him if I can have his exact settings for like pressure and like tokens. 0 tokens, by the way, in that fork. Absolutely none, which is the way it should be, at least for the way I ride. Anyways, he said that he was going to send me all of his setup numbers. So I'm really pumped about that because when I rode his bike, it was like awesome. And I used up all the travel on the trails that I was riding it on, but I never felt any harshness. It like tracked the ground so well. So whatever he's got going on with his suspension, that's what I'm going to have for mine. So I'm pretty pumped about that. Fleming Jensen, yeah. Canon does have great skin tones. That's what it's about. Mr. Tonka says, how long till you get to ride that bad boy? Well, sooner than later, I would expect, because I would really like to talk with 2 different companies to go in on a video and kind of do like have them sponsor the video. One is to get plus tires and wheels on this bike, or plus wheels on this bike, and then the other manufacturer would get plus tires on this bike, like studded, really grippy plus tires. And then I want to take it out to the mountains right now, even though it's like snow and ice, and just try and like shred like black and double black stuff that I would almost be nervous hitting in the summertime, but then try and do it in the wintertime on that. So hopefully within like the next couple weeks, I would expect. All right.
And then hopefully not too long till we're traveling again.
Yeah.
We can.
I think the next proper trip.
Otherwise, we're waiting until May.
May?
If
yeah,
we
that's a
stay
little
here.
bit long. If we just stayed here, unless it's fat biking, we have to wait till May. So that's no good. Our next bigger trip should be February, like early February. And we're looking at where to go for that. Right now, the top contender is Sedona. So
Send us your ideas.
send us your ideas. That would be really sweet.
Right,
I think
yeah.
Sedona would be awesome, but I know that there can be snow in Sedona that time of year. Snowdona. And so we'll see. It depends on the weather and how things are at. Maybe Santa Cruz again, but we might be trying out some new bikes around that time, so we'll see. And filming some more stuff for Pole. DIY snow/ice tires. That sounds dangerous for me. I do stupid things, but I don't know
DIY?
yeah. All right. Let's pop this on. Put that wheel on. And then that'll be good for that. What do you want to do this year for filming? Is there any like ideas that you have, Beth, as far as the stuff you want to put out? Not to put you on the spot.
Yeah, you're definitely putting me on the spot right now.
Come on, Beth. Come on.
I don't know. I'm really excited about the trip that we're planning to do with the kids.
In March?
In March,
Yeah.
yeah. To do some more videos with them.
Yeah.
Mostly because they get so excited about doing videos with us.
They're pretty pumped.
They're pretty pumped, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I haven't really thought beyond that too much.
Cool. Let's get that off later. There we go. That is on. Almost. As soon as I get this sticker off. And
Just keep watching you struggle with that stuff. This is
staying
great.
on for now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let them see the full bike.
Oh, sorry.
Move it or lose it, sister.
You're right. Everyone knows they're
Dun dun dun. So shiny. I got like my greasy handprints all over it. But that's pretty nice. I cannot wait to ride that. And to like make it my own. Because anytime I've ridden them in the past, they've either been someone else's bike or like a demo. So now I can really set it up the way I want. It'll be sweet. But like this is like a dream parts build right now. Like it's like XO, XX1, Lyric. It's got the, yeah, Super Deluxe, I think. Yeah, Super Deluxe shock. And by the way, so it might look like this doesn't have a reservoir, like a piggyback or whatever you want to call it, but it actually does. It's just turned sideways, so it's just in line. So yeah, like the spec on this bike is incredible. I've got
Do you
my.
want to show them the other side?
I could, yeah. I've got like the got my grips on there, which I'm pumped about.
Okay, just move the tool.
Sure, yeah. Thanks.
Yes. Sorry,
Ting.
is that loud?
Right there. Do you want to tilt that camera down?
Yeah, you just have to lift
Oh
it.
gosh.
No, I'd prefer if you just lifted it.
I gotta tighten that stem up. Yeah, there you go. Completed bike. There's some loose parts still, like the stem is loose, the seat's still loose, but that's a fancy bike. I am so excited to be riding this thing next year, and there's going to be some other stuff coming down the pipe too that is going to be really great. But yeah, gonna go hit the mountains with this too, sooner than later. What do we got here? Are you going to wrap it in frame protection? I don't think so. One, if you, like, here, let's bring this in. You can't put stickers on this, basically. Here. You want to zoom that thing in? It won't zoom in very far, but is it already at 35? Yeah, there you go. Okay, this is the sound of the frame. It's got like a texture to it because it's all CNC machined. So there's all these little lines, which means you can't put stickers on it. So frame protection, I don't think would really work. You could put like that, well, what is that stuff called? When you, it's like that really thick kind of rubberized sticky stuff that you can put on the chain guides and stuff. You can do that sort of thing. But as far as just like frame protection, I also don't think there's really much of a point to it anyways. Because, I don't know, it's pretty tough aluminum. And if it gets marked up, I think it just looks awesome, personally. So, whoops, sorry. That probably would have been loud.
Back this up.
Put this right. Yeah. There we go. One bike. Bit of a mess in here now.
A little bit.
Plasti dip. Oh, that'd be interesting, because that's like a spray-on kind of
Yep.
thing. But I don't know if I'd want to do that to the frame anyways. I don't know. I'll probably just end up leaving it. I will put tons of padding around the chainstay because I hate chain noise more than anything else. So that is a must. And this type of aluminum, it's I've noticed it is loud when the chain hits it. I mean, it's loud on any bike, but it's got quite the ting sound to it. So I definitely want to pad that up like crazy. Okay, I'll put that stuff on after the stream. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna have a seat.
It's time for me to get going.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, everyone. I gotta go get the kids from school. So.
All right. Thanks for hanging out.
Goodbye. Thanks for having me.
Beth Kelly, everybody. Beth Kelly. Oh, that battery's about to die. So, does anybody have any like questions about the bike or anything? And I'm gonna see if this is gonna work. I'm gonna switch cameras. There we go. Oh, that's the FaceTime camera on my computer. And then here's the other live stream camera. And I'm gonna turn this off and swap out batteries. See if that works. Bear with me. Okay. So let's see if that camera turns back on. Hey, look at that. It freaking worked. That's awesome. Yeah, bike build is done. We announced the store for the Loam Ranger stuff. Go into the link in the description for that. And tomorrow's video, I'm actually giving a little gift, a little holiday/Christmas gift to every single person that watches the video. It's going to be down in the description of tomorrow's video. So make sure you check that out. DeLorean or T100, yeah. No way, man. We already decided on the name for the bike, and it has to be silver because I'm the Loam Ranger. Hi-Ho Silver, you know, from the show. Yeah. All right, thanks for hanging out, Fleming. Mastic tape, yes, thank you, Paul. Oh man, it's live stream brain. Every time I'm live streaming, it's just like I can't think of a thing. And you can put 3 water bottles on it. Yeah, Paul in with the little tidbits of info. This is actually something I'm super excited about because I hate having a pack on. But it's not even that. It's like sometimes you have to have a pack, especially if I'm carrying like gear around or whatever. You're gonna have a pack on. But just having like a few pounds of water on your back, like that's just so ridiculous and so unneeded. I just hate it. Whereas I should never, ever, ever have to do that again now that I'm riding this bike, because you could put water bottle here, and you could, that full-size water bottle, and you could put a full-size water bottle there, and you can put one down there, but I'm not going to do that. But anyways, full-size water bottle, and so that means that on regular rides, I just use 1 bottle, same as always. On big rides, I just use 2 bottles, and I never have to have a bladder on my back ever again. I am so excited about that. It's really cool. Heli tape totally wouldn't stick to this bike. I've used that stuff before, and it would just be terrible because of that finish that it has. I am still live, Daily MTB Rider. Yes. Still here, man. Mountain Child gets your cast off in January. Well, you must be pumped about that. Yeah, my pedals are down on my fat bike, and I didn't feel like pulling them off because I'm going to ride my fat bike tomorrow, and this is going to sit here for like a couple of weeks, probably. Do YouTubers ever just go on regular rides? Yeah, not really. Yesterday was probably the closest thing I've done to a regular ride in a very long time, like the fat bike ride. I thought, and I did think about recording it, but I'm like, you know, I should probably just go ride. And plus, I haven't ridden a fat bike in forever, and I'm in really bad shape right now. So I'm like, nobody wants to see this. But we ended up going like pretty fast on some stuff. I was pumped. Jason, hey, there's another local. Jason is asking, how's it going, man? He's asking, what are the travel plans for 2019? I definitely want to get out just to the Rocky Mountains here over the next couple of weeks. And then early February, we're going to go do a trip to the States. Beth and myself, we're going to film for Lone Ranger and film for Pole. So we've got some new stuff coming out that we might be doing some promo work for. And then that will probably be like Sedona, maybe Santa Cruz, maybe even like southeastern United States, potentially like Pisgah kind of thing. Like we have all these options. We just have to kind of weigh it out. Where would you guys like to see? Sedona, West Coast, more like, yeah, California, or like Southeast, like the Pisgah kind of area, that kind of thing. I don't know many other places. Asheville, I guess, kind of area. Let me know. But beyond that, I definitely want to be in Whistler for Whistler opening weekend in May. And then honestly, there's no reason for me to go anywhere through the summer months because BC is just BC, and Alberta. There's so much good riding. I'm probably just going to be BC, Alberta. And then usually in the fall is when I'll do like a bigger trip somewhere, it seems to be. So tips for a beginner mountain biker: go ride your bike every day. Yes. Trail. Wow, you actually said that. Trail features. All right. Yeah. Just ride your bike every single day. North Dakota. Maybe not North Dakota. I don't know how to skateboard. I just have never wanted to. You know, growing up, a lot of my friends skateboarded, and like I would go to the skate park and they'd all be doing it, and I'd have my bike and, you know, be like pancaking my wheels going off of like concrete drops. Not very big ones. I just didn't know how to ride. It was probably like 4 or 5 foot drops and just destroying my bike while they were skateboarding. I tried it. I really tried it once. And I went down a ramp, and then I fell backwards and landed on my wallet and then that really hurt, and I just haven't done it since. Oh yeah, Jason, a Ritalik heli trip. That would be incredible. That's one place that I need to get to is Ritalik, definitely. End Zone Gaming. Why does he ignore me? I didn't know I was ignoring you. Oh, wait. No, I was answering your question. Tips for beginner mountain biker. Oh, yeah. Totally Colorado. I'd love to get out there. There are some really cool bike companies out there for bike stuff, like MRP's out there. I had planned to actually go out there this past August, but it just kind of fell apart. I didn't have the finances to get out there, but yeah, next year I would love to come to Colorado for sure. And yes, definitely baseline, Nathan. Yeah, sweet. So I think that was a pretty productive live stream. What do you guys think? I think that's about it. Unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about. I mean, I'm good to hang out all day, but I probably should get some other stuff done. And you should probably get some other stuff done. Come on now. How long has this been? It's been an hour, 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's pretty decent. We're just about beating that time, Paul, if you're still on here. Pretty close. Phoenix Matt says, so is Pole giving you that or is it a loan? So this is, I don't own this bike. This is Pole's bike. And the reason why we do it that way is because Pole is coming out with new bikes pretty often and stuff. And so we have kind of sort of a revolving door kind of. So they're like, here, this is our main bike, ride it, enjoy it. And then, you know, if they come up with a different bike, like even the Stamina in the future, we might swap this out for the Stamina at some point just so I can try that one. And like, we don't need all these bikes piling up in our house. And so we ship one back, we get another one. But we should have a really good selection of all these different types of bikes, which would be pretty awesome. So like they have a bike called the Tomu, which is a 26-inch dirt jump bike. I can't wait to try that. They've got a steel hardtail called the Tyval, and it's a 29er steel hardtail, really aggressive geometry that I'm going to be able to try. That'll be awesome. Why did Pole go with Rockshox instead of Fox? Whoa, hey there. It heard me talking about it. I know that at least with the machine, the 180 millimeter Lyric is taller than the Fox, and that was just right for how they wanted to design the frame. So if you were to put a Fox on there, you have to put a spacer in. That and yeah, I mean SRAM, they do all the components, and SRAM obviously owns Rockshox. So I think it was like an all-in kind of thing for Pole. Like if you're gonna go with one brand that kind of covers everything really well for your bikes, it's probably gonna be SRAM if you want like the full kit. I mean, obviously Fox is amazing too. There's nothing wrong with Fox. Like the 36s are freaking incredible. But yeah, you know what? I think that's gonna do it for today. I have like one sip left on this beer, so I guess that means that's the end of the stream because unlike you know, biker, B1 biker, I don't have a ton of beer sitting next to me. I should, but I actually couldn't find the beer I wanted. There's actually one beer that I've had on every major subscriber update, and it's called Ruby Tears from like a BC brewery, and I couldn't find it. So we got a different BC brewery today, but I only had one left. But yeah, thank you so much for everybody for hanging out. Make sure you go check out the link to go see the merch that's up that you can go and buy down in the description. I'll pop it into the comments one more time in a bit here. But yeah, thank you so much for subscribing. I hope to be able to ride with every single last one of you. I want to do more group rides this coming year so we can meet as many of you as humanly possible and just get out there on the trails as much as possible. So again, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Make sure you leave some love down in the comments. I can't wait for tomorrow's video. It's our first proper riding video in Madeira, and it's going to be insane. And I'm giving like a little Christmas gift to every single person that watches that video tomorrow, so make sure you check that out too, which I'm pretty pumped about. But yeah, thank you for 100,000 subscribers, and I'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Cheers.